Well, thanks, Kate, for agreeing to interview with me today. Can you tell me a little bit about your background to start off with?
My background is varied, actually. I started out in classical singing and did some Royal Conservatory, did at University of Alberta, and then I decided that I much more enjoyed the contemporary style, so I went to Grant MacEwan and did my diploma there in voice performance, and then also went to Humber College in Toronto and did a vocal performance and composition diploma there.
Excellent. So how long has Barrie Vocal Music Studios been open, and how long have you been teaching?
We're getting into the heart of my age, Paula. So I've been teaching for now 22 years, so since I was a youngster, and and Barrie Vocal has been in place since '99, so 11 years now.
Okay. And what kind of training do you offer?
I offer all sorts of styles. I don't really focus much on the the classical sort of Royal Conservatory styles, but we do some classical singing. Some students like to do the arias and that. Mostly it's focused on popular styles and genres, focused on what the student wants to learn.
Okay. So the Barrie Vocal Showcase is coming this June. How long have you been doing the show?
This will be our 6th year.
6 years. And what made you start the show?
I have no idea. What made me think that was a good idea? Well, I felt that one thing that was really lacking in private singing, and as I said, I've been teaching for a long time, I've taught for other companies, I've taught for myself, is I felt the thing that was lacking is real performance experience for adults and more advanced teenage singers. So there were recitals, festivals, talent shows, but of course, as you might know, when you become an adult, you're excluded from a lot of that. So what kind of a venue do you go to sing at? And then how do you get experience singing with a band? If you've never sung with live musicians, it can be a really overwhelming task. So I decided to offer up my band and the big stage and see if we could make it work.
Excellent. So what do you think your students gain by participating in the showcase?
Oh, my undying gratitude and affection. I think they get the experience of what it's like to work with a band and work from the very basic of a song that people don't even generally know, right to the finished performance level of that song, and understand the different, I guess, areas they go through where they realize that the band is not going to sound like the CD, which is really exciting for some people, right to, not being sure the song or the show is going to be ready, and then to performing on stage and knowing that everything was fine. So.
So if somebody is thinking of coming to the show, what can they expect when they're attending? Nothing
but good times and fun. Definitely a good live music experience, as good as a lot of the venues I've been out to. Certainly maybe not the exact same as a bar. It's a family show, so I do put some constraints on what's said and done at the show. But a really good professional level live music performance experience for the most part.
Are there any other artists involved other than your students?
Yes, actually this year, very excitingly, last year I tried out as a little pilot project, having another group come in and just opening the show with a performance to add some variety to the show and get some outside interest besides just the people that know my students and myself. And this year we are really fortunate to have Canadian Idol finalist Martin Kerr to come and open the show. He's a local Edmonton performer and a wonderful singer, and he's excited too to be part of the project and see what it's all about.
So you mentioned he was a Canadian Idol finalist. Do you
Yes.
know how well he did in the show?
Well, Paula, I spotted Martin in the audition process. I was watching the show actively on TV, and this was actually in the last year it actually existed, which would have been about 2 years ago. And I knew he was a good singer at that time, but he made it to, I believe, round 7, the final 7 contestants. So he did very well. He was a top 10 finalist.
Excellent. So where do people get tickets?
Well, there's so many options, Paula. They, of course, can buy them from me at Barrie Vocal Music Studio, 780-416-7067. But I would prefer, actually, if people will talk to performers like yourself or any of the other performers that will be featured to buy their tickets, because they'll save the Ticketmaster fees and the convenience charges and that from buying online. However, if you don't know one of the performers and you want to buy tickets, they are certainly available through Ticketmaster. I do have tickets here at the studio as well to sell free of any excess charges.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of you for lessons or find out more about Very Vocal Music Studios, how would they do that?
Well, they could phone me at the aforementioned phone number, 780-416-7067. They can email me at veryvocal@shaw.ca. There's also currently a website in existence, which is www.veryvocal.ca. So some different methods of finding me. Always good to email me.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to answer some questions and talk a little bit about the show. And we look forward to the show coming up.
Oh, I do as well. Thanks, Paula.